Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is September 11th, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I am your host. Welcome. We have a wonderful show, I think, because we're going to be going over Clue 2 of our Simply Colorful Envelope Mystery Quilt. So if you are playing along with us, I hope you're as excited as I am. And if you haven't quite joined up yet, there's still plenty of time. We're only on Clue 2 of 9. So not happy, but welcome to September 11th, 19 years after the attack in New York City and the downing of the plane in Pennsylvania. I can't believe 19 years is gone, and I hope that everyone has taken some time to reflect on those we lost that day and our good fortune, and thanks for those who keep us safe and help us in times of need. So, enough about that. I hope you've had a good week. Let's try not to think about COVID or politics or health concerns or anything that might be troubling you or on your mind. The point of Fibercast is just to do what we love and do it together. So join on in. I'm glad to see you all out there. Welcome to our new patrons. It's so nice to have you with us. Your envelope should be arriving very soon. Aw, and KB says we're having a night out at the ball game. Sorry I'll miss Fibercast, but I'll be on Open So tomorrow. Oh, let's see if she sent a picture too. You can always send pictures to lynn@simplycolorful.com, or better yet, post them on the Facebook Simply Colorful Mystery Quilt Along page. I love to see everyone's progress so far. And what has she done here? Oh, she's watching the game outside. Oh, how fun. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that, but they have the fire pit there and they're showing TV, some sort of ball game up on the big screen. Oh, and it must be the Phillies. Oh, let me see. I can tell you the score. Oh my, the Phillies are up. No wonder she's watching it. Ha! Thanks for the update, KB. And why don't we get started? So, clue number 2 is available on the simplycolorful.com website. Excuse me. And also on Facebook. It is 10 pages long. Can you tell I changed? Aw, Mom says fun. Yep. Here, I'll send a little thumbs up. 10 pages long, clue number 2. And behind me is most of it done. I am working on one last piece, which we'll spend most of tonight talking about. Hi, Maggie. Oh, you're in Maine with family. Hi. I'm glad that you're out there. I hope you're well. It's beginning to feel like fall down here. I bet it's nice up there too. I'm looking forward to this weekend, getting out in the garden, digging up some plants while it's fall and while they're a little wet from yesterday's rain, and moving a few things. Okay, so the mystery quilt is for Clue 2. We're making 16 pink houses, and we're making a strip of light blue sky with a sun, clouds, and a kite. So here are the houses, and here is the string minus the sun. We're going to work on the sun tonight. Just a couple of notes about the houses. You want 6 of them that have the darker blue in the background, if you can, if you do have it. Hi, Sue. Can't see your eyes or the top of your head. Oh, no. Yes, it's sweeter weather up here. Oh, that's great, Maggie. Hi, Misty. Nice to see you. Hi, Joyce. Excellent. Thanks for the update. Hi, Pat. Hi, Dawn. Wonderful. Sue, maybe move your PC to full-blown mode, like full screen, maybe. Okay, so if you have different shades of blue, make 6 in the dark with darker blue background, and the rest of them, 10 of them with the lighter blue background. You can do it any number of ways. You know me, I like my foundation paper piecing. So you'll have that in the clue. You also have the rotary cutting instructions. So it's very simple to do. One thing is this big square in the middle. Have fun with that. You can put things of interest, whether it's a fabric that has people or animals. Let's see. Like this one was so cute with the little ducky. I thought he needed his own house. This one was a fun little jumping girl. Just something fun, and it'll give your eye interest when you go through. You'll also see I did some embroidery. Leaves a lot to be left to be desired, but go for it. And you can use crayons too. So like this one was one big green square, and it doesn't look so good there. I played with, see the windows on this house? I colored them in dark black because I wanted this to be in the daytime. In the nighttime, the windows we would see would be yellow, right? I don't like how it turned out now that it's all black. It looked much better without the crayon. So, you know, a little bit of crayon can go so far. I may try and go back in with some yellow. I definitely will. I'll go back in with some yellow embroidery floss and try and get those to pop again. So, but I tried to repeat, for example, the circle here, the bullseye, the yellow one in the door, so you can have fun with that. You can also, like this one, this blue area up at the top just looked kind of lonely and blah. So I added a little medallion to it, mimicking the medallion that was in the main area. So just make it your own. This is what I meant, is to just make it your own and have fun with it. Or if you don't want to do any adornment, you can simply, well, this one, you know, you have to have places for your eyes to rest too. This one was very, very monochromatic, should we say? But then I had drawn something on it, a flower. I don't know if you can see that in pencil, and I am going to embroider. So those are just some examples. Have fun with it. Make it your own little village. I used pink, but you don't have to use pink. I would just keep it to one color family if you can. Okay, so those are the houses. And I see we have folks there. Hi, Allie down under, and Angela. Hi. Misty, does it matter on the... Okay. Hi from Illinois. Misty says, does it matter on the cloud kite sky now where we place these? No. Well, not exactly. I think it will look good if you have the kite and the sun somewhat. No, it doesn't matter at all. You can make it your world. You can do anything you want. I was thinking, for those of you who are making a smaller quilt, just don't sew all 14 together yet of your blues. Maybe just make 7 or 6, however many you want to make. And we'll play with. This is going to be a very forgiving quilt, and no one quilt will be exactly alike. So I hope that answered your question, Misty. I'm glad you're out there. Hello, Marcella in Little Rock. Hi. Allie, we have beach hats. Oh, We have beach huts at some beaches down south, and that's what the houses remind me of. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, I would love a little beach hut like that. You could put, oh, I would love a little beach hut because then there's privacy and you're shaded from the sun, but you can probably sit right under there and look out at the ocean. Oh, that sounds lovely, Allie. Okay, Misty says don't change it. Okay. Hi, Linda. How are your scraps? I'm glad you're out there. Thank you, Misty. Okay. Well, those are the houses. They're very fun. They don't take much fabric, and you can use as many different scraps as you want. So there is that. Now, the kite and things across the top. The kite is just paper pieced. Let me show you this kite. Oh, and I've sewed them all together. No, I'll show you the kite later. It's just paper pieced. And let's see. Oh, it's the very last page of the clue. You make it in 3 parts, very easy to do. I think what I might do is add a little bow there. And I know Leah, hi Leah. Speaking of Leah, Leah is making a whole quilt of kites. So I couldn't help but think of you, Leah, when I was doing this. And I'm thinking this quilt, maybe I'll put a little bow tie at the base of here. We'll see. It might need something looks like a little streamer. I'm so glad you're out there. Hi, Carol Bell. Allie says, I'm making a smaller quilt, and I was going to only do the sky blocks with the clouds and sun and kite and leave the plain blues until I need them. Perfect. Perfect, Allie. That'll work great. Hey, Linda, I'm late to the party. Just have 2 of the first blocks done. That's okay. You can just make a couple each week, and then you can decide if you want to make more or less. At the end of, 7 weeks or so, you'll have a feel for what you're playing with, and then you can decide as we put it all together. Hello, Mom. Hi, Judy. I'm thinking of you as I'm embroidering here and there, remembering the embroider quilt that you made for Karen with the wildflowers. That was a lot of work. I always forget how much time it takes to embroider. Okay, so I'm glad you're out there. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're... Okay, so the very last thing to do is this sun. And in clue 2, actually, let me go to the clouds before I do the sun. The clouds, I just made applique. And all I did was, rather than including the templates, I just thought I would leave you the full-size block, and you can just trace around the cloud, fold it under, and then applique it. So that's all those clouds are. And then the sun is the last one. It's a happy sun with sunglasses, right out of Electric Quilt. Don't you love that? I love that smiling sun. So I'm making something somewhat similar. And I think I might have to accentuate those sunglasses. They're not bouncing out as much as I wanted. Mommy just sent something. She may want me to... Oh, yay! She's doing a puzzle. Yay! People do multitask when they watch Fibercast. But I'm so glad to all of you for being out there. This is so fun for me. In these days of COVID, this gives my life structure. So thank you. Okay. So here's what I thought I would do is I have turned under, well, I've picked 2 fabrics for the sun as a Kaffe facet. It had the built-in smile, and then the eyeglasses. So I've turned those under and they're ready for final applique. For the rays, I'm outlining the rays and then I'm going to color them with yellow crayon. Where are my crayons? Because I'm into crayons. So, and it'll be interesting to see. Well, yellow is such an intense color, so a little yellow goes a long way, but it will be interesting to see if I can get up close to the edges of my rays, and should I have done it before I did the embroidery. Let's see, is that the right yellow I want? This one is laser lemon. It's more chartreusey. Ooh, neon-y. That's why it's called that. It's called laser lemon. It's called limon laser, citron laser. Ooh, I like this one. I know it's not yellow, but it's pretty. Green yellow. Where's my yellow? I have introduced my husband to my crayons. He's decided he can mark wood with crayons, and so my white one is gone. Looks like I don't have, this is goldenrod. I want regular yellow. I don't have yellow. Oh, goldenrod will work. Once you do this, then you want to iron it with parchment paper or with any kind of paper or scrap fabric down. Put that down, put this down, iron it, and that'll melt the wax of the crayon permanently into. Yeah, see, here's the problem though. I can't get right up to the edge with this crayon, but maybe that's okay. So that's what I'm doing. I think I will keep embroidering for a minute while we talk. And let me know if you have any questions on the clue. And I know this is, if you make every square, this is going to be a big quilt. It's going to be 84 by 90, what did we say, 96? Yeah, 84 by 96. So just know that. I found this fossil fabric. Remember this from the 80s or 90s maybe? Fossil fern. It's very light. Purpley blue. So that's the envelope mystery. I love that Carol Lewin over in the UK has received her letter. Sieta, I hope yours gets there soon. Oh, good. You're talking about applique, Allie. I'm so glad you're there, Allie. Saturday morning in Australia. And for anyone, what a remarkable year 2020 is. Anyone out near the fires, I have been thinking of you. I can't even imagine what that's like. And again for 9/11, I wonder what you were doing that day in September 11th. 2001. It was a beautiful day that day. Not a cloud in the sky up here in Boston. I had a coworker on a plane leaving Boston. It wasn't one of the two planes that hit the World Trade Center, but he was on the tarmac when everything happened, and they turned him around. He never left Boston. So that's his memory, which is awful. Awful. And all those heroes who went in after people in the tower. The human spirit is amazing. I wish people would remember that. At the end of the day, we're all just the same human flesh and blood. We really are. We are all in this together. There, so I did another ray. That must be like watching paint dry, huh? Watching me embroider. Hi, Andy. Oh, Amelia. I'm sorry. Hi, Amelia. I'm glad you're out there. Oh, Carol, that's a good idea, just to use fabric that has clouds in it. See, that's the kind of creativity. Just do what you want. I suppose if anyone out there has fabric with a sun on it, you could do that. Heck, you could take a picture of the real sun, print it on fabric, and then put it in the quilt. Actually, that's kind of a cool idea. One of our clues, we could do that. I'm sure Alyssa from Penguin and Fish would be much better at this embroidery. I have learned from her to pull my strands apart, and it seems to make them lie flatter. Oh, Misty says, I was thinking of using a large yo-yo. That's a great idea. Allie says, 9/11. It was late at night, and I was in bed watching The West Wing. No kidding. So there you were in Australia watching a story about the U.S. presidency. And when the news flash came, I thought it was part of the show, of course, as it fitted with the theme of the episode. Unbelievable. Wow. Allie goes on to say, I remember thinking how clever to have an Australian newsreader in the show. After the show, we sat in bed many hours watching it unfold. Just too sad. Wow. Yep. Because during those few hours, you didn't know what was going to happen. That's the nature of terror, right? You don't know. And anything your mind can imagine is oftentimes far worse than reality. Not that this wasn't bad. This was bad. My parents were in Canada, and I don't remember if they must have called me. I know they called my grandmother wanted to talk to them. I don't remember how that unfolded. I know they came home. They were on a driving vacation, and they came home early to be home. That was the inclination, was you wanted to be home. I was at a vendor's. So here it was 9 in the morning, and I was at a vendor's building, office building, and in one of their conference rooms they had a TV, and someone came in and said, "You've got to look at the TV. We're under attack." So we watched that for a little while, and then I went home. My boss was down in Texas, and he was stranded there. Let me think about this. And I think it was a show I was supposed to be at, but he went instead. So he took one for the team, that's for sure. I think maybe he drove home. Crazy. I doubt any of our viewers are young enough to have to be told about this. But just think, some voters, and I heard this on TV tonight, some voters in the presidential election were not born when the attack happened 19 years ago. I can remember thinking it was so surreal that my grandmother was around during Pearl Harbor Day, when Pearl Harbor happened. Angela, RE911, watching in shock and not knowing what was happening. My husband and I gathered up the kids from school so we knew they were safe. It was scary as a parent. Oh, it must have been. It must have been. So you must have gone to school and picked them up, right? Hi, Colleen. You're doing hand sewing. That's excellent. Perfect. Carol Bell, 9/11. I was at work when the first unclear reports began being broadcast. By the time I got home, the full story was starting to come out, and I remember watching it on TV the rest of the night. Yep. That's right, because it was later in the day for you. God. Oh. Okay. So we're getting there. A couple more, two more. This was all I planned to do tonight. I wonder what the next clue will be like. Oh, Colleen says, I was working at a blood bank at the time. I just got up and went to work. We were so busy. Wow, Colleen. Wow. Hi, Linda Grant. Linda says, I was working that morning when the custodian brought a TV into my office and other staff came in and watched. It was surreal and unbelievable. Don't know what to think. Didn't know what to think. I know. And especially when you're managing people, it must have been very, not tricky, but there's added responsibility on how to message to people around you, not panic. Oh, what a time. I remember it was a dry day here in Boston. And we were in the middle of painting the outside of our house. And I got up on a ladder and I just painted. And of course, that was before the Apple iPhone. The iPhone wasn't introduced until 2007. So we were still, probably had flip phones, maybe a BlackBerry. I came across our old BlackBerries the other day. Boy, did they look ancient. In that respect, think of how much has changed in 19 years. Oh, we had flip phones. Oh, Linda, how are you? In fact, this morning I had just a regular doctor's check-in, speaking as an example of how much things have changed. It was on Zoom, so it was online, and I had my own little blood pressure cuff here, and the doctor was there, and I took my own blood pressure, and then I had to show her the numbers. Modern medicine. And then we talked about how potato chips have too much salt in them. Oh, modern medicine. Who's gotten their flu shot? We're going to go get ours in a few weeks. Oh, who else is there? Aw, Sue says, I was working for the United Way and was coordinator of the Day of Caring and had 1,500 volunteers spread out all over the seacoast of New Hampshire. I still think of that day every beautiful blue sky day. Wow. Yep. Wow, that was a big job, Sue. United Way, we used to do a lot with them through work, too. They did good things. Mm. Did you think about ice cream with your doctor? Did you talk about ice cream with your doctor? Or M&Ms? Sue! Sue, you're telling all my secrets. No, I just thought I'd cut right to the Lay's potato chips and stop the what do you call it? Lambasting? No, she was being very kind. But she was pretty, in fact, she spun it positively. She said, just think, that's something you can control. I was blaming it on the fact that I'd already been out this morning delivering some plants. I'd already taken a walk. And I could tell her I've been walking a lot. Like today, I've walked 12,000 steps. And I'll tell you, when I miss my walking lately, I definitely feel more stressed. I highly recommend it. If your body can do it, do it. I know it hurts sometimes. Anyway, I'm rambling. Maggie. So Sue, thanks for spilling my ice cream and M&M's story, but I love it. Maggie says 9/11. I was in coding boot camp. We had hosted all the VA hospitals in New England. We are in a conference room when my supervisor came in and told us. I'll never forget. Nope. Wow. Yep. And didn't we all come together when that happened? And then the months of cleanup. Remember how toxic it was down there and all the fumes you saw? Okay, one more ray. And then we'll color. How's that? You also don't have to do the applique by hand. You could do it by machine. I know Allie does a lot of it. I saw that. Or you could use fabric paint and paint a sun on a piece of fabric. So what else? Here in the Americas, we had football last night. That was very fun to see, I must say. I watched half of it. In fact, last weekend there was a lot of sports, which I did enjoy. It was a way to get your mind off of other things. Almost done. Almost ready to color. You could also use colored pencils. And I've done a little research on crabapple quilts, crabapple tree quilts, something like that. They use colored pencils and it looks really nice. Okay, I need one more piece of embroidery floss. One, two. I'm just using two strands of the DMC. Sue, you ate the last of the bag today. Good for you. You made that last a long time. Seems like it was months ago when you went to that outdoor movie. Oh, Colleen, I remember the assassination of JFK. Also, yes. 1963. And Lay's has a low salt chip. It's in a light blue bag, and Fritos has low salt also, smaller size bags. Thank you, Colleen. Smaller size bags. I don't want them to be smaller. I don't remember liking chips 30 years ago the way I like them now. Oh, thank you. That's a good tip. Good to know. Light blue bag. Okay, I'll look for that. I blame Stop and Shop. Around here, that's one of our big stores. Well, I blame Stop and Shop and the Frito-Lay company because they run these specials, 2 bags of Lay's potato chips for the price of 1. But I will cut them out. Linda, me too on the JFK killing. I was in Latin class. Announcement came over the school PA. Wow. Mm. Okay, so is the last thing I think we're going to do tonight. Yay, I'm kind of happy about this. So there are the rays. And now what we're going to do is get our yellow crayon, which I put away. I'm going to use goldenrod. I like goldenrod. I'm even going to peel it away a little bit. Oh, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the back sharpener that never works well. Let's see. Who's taking bets that I'm going to break it? It so does not work well. But I haven't broken it yet. And actually, it looks like it's making a little bit better point. Okay. Hang on. Okay, that is a little better. Let's see what we can do here. Make sure to pull any of your other fabric away when you're using crayons, because you can get errant pieces of the colored wax. And those aren't fun. They will get on other things. And you know what? I think I'm okay that you don't go all the way to the edge. This is really just giving the suggestion. Oh, I don't even bring chips in the house. That's smart. Too tempting. It's the salt that I love, right? Oh, hold it up again. Okay. So I still have to applique the sunglasses and the sun. And the sunglasses, they're not really contrasting enough. Oh, I know what we can do. We can color them purple. Hang on. This is quite fun. Now I can either color the glasses darker purple, or I can outline them, or I can do both, or I can switch the purple altogether to a darker fabric. It's a lot of trial and error for me. I don't know about you guys. And then I guess the more you do it, the less trial and error you have to do. But it comes to this stuff, it's still a lot of trial and error. Okay. So, pretty cool idea about the crayons. I would never have thought about doing that. Oh, Angela, I'm glad. Someone showed it to me and I thought the same thing. What the heck? I think I'm going to hold off on doing anything to the glasses just yet. My next step will be to applique those down, and then I will put it up into this row. And you've seen that row. Ow. Oops. So it will go like that. Oh, that's hard to see, but we're making progress. I forgot when I stand up, you see my shorts. Oh, Marquet, hi. Happy Friday, Marquet. Great to see you out there. And hi to Norma if she's out there. Oh, I just love that you're chatting. And one more plug, and then I will go. Better still is this open sew concept that we've been playing with. So we get on a Zoom call, and we're in lots of little squares, and we talk to each other, and that's really fun too. So especially because we have people joining us from across the pond, and we learn from each other, and we share, and it's all good. So if you want to do open sew, become a patron of Simply Colorful. That's the long answer. www.patreon.com/simplycolorful. Again, I want to welcome our new patrons. I want to thank you all for playing with me. And yes, Marquet, we're working on a mystery quilt. It's Clue 2 if you want to join in. It's called the Envelope Mystery Challenge. So every patron has received an envelope with something in it that they're going to use in the quilt. And we will, I think most people have received their envelope. Let me know if you have not, let's say by next week, and I'll make sure to get that out to you. I think that's it. Have a great weekend. Remember what we say, do what you love, do what you're good at. Usually oftentimes they're one and the same. And do something for someone else. It makes you feel so good. Thanks for being here. Hang in there. Be safe. And I'll see you next Friday night for clue number 3.